Hello everybody, how's it going? Today we have problem number 4. Problem number 4, I want you to write a program to display the multiplication table as following. I want you to display like this paradigm, this style on console screen. I want this style. I want you to print multiplication tables like this style from 1 to 12, okay? We start with this string multiplication table from 1 to 12, and after that we print this 1, 2, 3 between them 4 spaces till 12, and this line, and after that the columns. I'm starting to build the columns and the separation between them equally as you see on the picture. We'll print the multiplication tables from 1 to 12, and also with the spaces, with the more mark here, with the separators, and the numbers also correct. I want the results, the final results, and then each number the correct number. For example, here 1 multiply 1 give me 1, 1 multiply 2 give me 2, 1 multiply 3 give me 3. After that 2 multiply 1 give me 2, 2 multiply 2 give me 4, 2 multiply 3 give me 6. Let's go to Visual Studio to see how we're gonna build this multiplication table together. Alright, this is our program of problem number 4. It's about to write a program to display the multiplication table from 1 to 12. First, let's do run to understand how this program looks like. First, once we did run, the compiler display for us this table, starting from this string multiplication table from 1 to 12, this is string, okay, and after that print for me spaces before these first numbers, 1 4 spaces, 2 4 spaces, 3. So print for me these numbers from 1 to 12 and this line. From the beginning of this table, starting from the string multiplication table from 1 to 12 and this number and these lines, we called it the header. This is the multiplication table header, okay, this is the header, and after that we print the rest of that table. So let's go to the code to see how we build this program. First thing, you start from the main function, okay. In the main function, we have one procedure, display multiplication table. One procedure, which is this one, the last one, void display multiplication table. Okay, let's open it. What we have in the beginning of this procedure, we have another procedures. We call it inside this procedure. It's called display table header, the header. All right, this procedure we call it inside this procedure that is called display multiplication table. So if we do comment for this logic inside display multiplication table, if you do comment for it, and we just left this procedure display table header and with this run, the compiler will print for me just the header. The compiler will print for me the string multiplication table from 1 to 12, and after that the numbers, and after that the lines. And that's what I'm always wants you to get used about, that when we have a big problem or big program, we have to break it to small functional procedures. So now we have one procedure, just do for us one thing in the table, just the header multiplication table from 1 to 12, and these numbers from 1 to 12, and this line. This is just the header of the table. We will not think about the math. We will not think how we will print the rest of the table. We will think about it once we finish how we print first the multiplication header. All right? That's what I want you to get used about. We have big problem or big program. We break it into small function procedures to solve our program step by step without any struggling. So let's get back to our program. As we said, in the main function, we have just this procedure, display multiplication table. Once we open it, we found another procedure inside it. It's called display table header. And display table header, it's print for us or display for us on console screen the table header. Let's go to display table header. Is this the first procedure here, display table header? Let's open it to see the logic inside it, or how we write the logic to print the table header. First thing, we have this string cout /n/n and 4 times of /t. Here I write it for you as a comment. Stand for tab. It's give me 4 spaces between the numbers. When I use 1 time /t, it's give me 4 spaces between the numbers. So when I write here /t for 4 times, I push the string, which is this one, multiplication table from 1 to 12. I push it from the corner of the console screen to the middle of the console screen, to be printed in the middle of the console screen. For that, I use /t. All right, and after that /n to have new lines. And after that, we have integer data type, or we define integer data type, particular variable, we name it I, equal 1. So we assign number 1 to the variable I. And after that, cout /n. This cout /n by itself, what is do? I will run the program for you again to understand me. Once we did run, the compiler print for us this table header and print for us the first string by using display table header. All right, procedure. First thing, display for us this string as you saw it here in the code. It's also showed here or display here on the console screen, multiplication table from 1 to 12. And after that, you have /t. /t here. before this number 1, I want 4 spaces. So I let the compiler do for me 4 spaces to be away from the left or the corner of the screen, of console screen. So the compiler first make for me 4 spaces and start to print 1 and 4 spaces 2 and 4 spaces 3. So /td is just for the first spaces before number 1, all right? And the second space and third space between the numbers, it's here inside the while loop statement. So let's get back to our procedure, display table header. After the /t, we have while loop. The while loop said while I less than or equal 12, I store inside it what? Number 1. Here we define integer data type, we declare variable name it I, and we say equal 1. So while 1 less than or equal 12, the while condition statement is true. So while the while condition statement is true, the compiler will go inside the while statement to execute this line of code. What we have inside the while statement? We have cout I, which is now represent number 1, which means print number 1. Compiler print it for me here on console screen as you see, and /t, 4 spaces, and after that get back I plus plus. We increase the I value by 1. So I already represent 2. 2 less than 12 is true. The compiler will get back again to the inside the while loop statement and cout I already represent 2. So the compiler print now 2 and /t space, and after that the compiler will increase the I by 1. I already represent 3. 3 less than 12, true. Please print 3 and do spaces and get back again, increase it, and 4 and do spaces and get back again to increase the I value, and 6 and spaces and so on until the compiler finish all the numbers I saw on console screen from 1 to 12. And in the end, after the compiler finish, print for me the numbers with the spaces of the header and the string. Print for me this line here, cout less than /n. This line as you saw it here on console screen, we write it here inside this display table header. This is just this procedure. It's what? It just print for me the header. We focus on this procedure just to print for me the header. Don't think in anything else. You have to get used about this. When you have a project or business requirements, we called it, you have to break your program into small functional procedures. So now struggle when you're solving. I have table. So first I will think how I will build the header. And after that, I will see how I will build the rest of the table. Okay, this is now on small scale. In the future, you'll have big programs. In the end of this course, you'll have 1 or 2 projects together. So I want you from this course and the course before this course to get used how to break your programs and your problems into small functional procedures. So let's get back to the previous procedure that take us to display table header procedure, which is this one, and uncomment this logic inside the display multiplication table. Right, just let us uncomment it. Okay, good. And after that display table header procedure, what we have this function from string data type. It's called get separator. It has in its parameter integer I. Let's open and see the logic. It's simple, the logic inside it. We have if else statements. If I less than 10, return 3 spaces and more mark, else 2 spaces and more mark. What does this mean? It's mean I, variable I, that it was represent or stored inside number 1 from the previous procedure, contain 1 digit, which is from 1 to 9. Print for me 3 spaces and more mark or more sign. But if the I already represent 3 digits, for example, number 10, 11, 12, print for me just 2 spaces and more mark. Why? To let the column separator or the mark be in the same line. Here I represent number 1, so we print 3 spaces and more mark. While the I still represent 1 digit, for example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 9. While the I variable still represent or store inside the 1 digit, I want the compiler print for me 3 spaces, and after that, or give me 3 spaces after the number, and after that print or display more mark. But if the I value already represent 2 digits, like here 10 or 11, 12, I want just 2 spaces and more mark. Why? Because the second digit is already take its space. For example, if we come here and we make it same like the previous one, when we say here 3 spaces and more mark and 3 spaces and more mark, and we did run again, you will see the more mark, it's go out of the line and it will look not equal in the end. Look here, 1, 3 spaces, mark, all of them equal same till number 9, but because here we already have 2 digits, the number contain 2 digits, 10, 11, 12, the compiler push a little bit the mark and it's go out of that line and it's look not equal. You told me why you do it like this. I told you it's style, it's shape. I want it like this. You could do the mark in rows. You couldn't do it at all. You could delete this whole function. You don't want to use it at all. I just imagined some shapes in my brain and I apply it in program. All right, you could like build it as you want. Just this is the requirement of this program. First apply it like me, and after that you can change the shape of this multiplication table as you want. So for that, here with else, if it's already I represent 2 digits, we need just 2 spaces, and after that print for me the more mark, because the second number or the second digit in the number already take 1 space. Okay, let's just return it like before. So get separator, just to separate the first column from the second column. We have the first column from 1 to 12. We want to separate it. We want to separate the first column numbers with more mark, and after that we print the rest of the column. So that's what get separator function do. And after that we have this procedure, display multiplication table. We called inside the display table header that we explained it a minute ago or 2 minutes ago. And after that we have integer I equal 1. We define integer data type. We declare local variable, we name it I equal 1. And we use nested while loop statements. Okay, starting from while I less than or equal 12, I store inside what? Number 1. So 1 less than 12, it's true. This while statement, the first outer while loop. The outer we have here nested while loop statement. The big one or the out one, we called it the outer while loop, and the one that is inside we called it the inner while loop. So the outer while loop statement, it will be true. Why? Because 1 I, let's store inside number 1, it's less than 12. The outer while loop condition statement, it will be true. The compiler will go inside it and print for us this line of code. This line of code, what does it do for us? Space for the number. Instead, stick to the console screen, to the corner of console screen, space. After that, print I. I represent now what? Number 1. And after that, get separator. Get separator, what it do for me? Check if the I contain from 1 digit. If the I value, I variable value, contain from 1 digit, print for me 3 spaces and more mark. If the I variable, its value already contain from 2 digits, print for me just 2 spaces and more mark. All right, and slash t after the more mark, I want also 4 spaces. For that I use slash. And we have here integer j equal I, so this is nested while loop statement. Okay, like nested for loop, we have here nested while statement. So after that, after we print this line of code, the compiler can print this line of code, which is print the number from the first column. And after that, it depends about the value that's stored inside the I. If it was 1 digit, 3 spaces and more mark. If the value inside the variable I, if it was 2 digits, which means 2 spaces and more mark. And after that, we define integer j equal I. We store inside j variable also number I. We come here to the inner while loop. We said j less than or equal to 12. J is now represent number 1. Yes, j is less than 12. While the while inner condition statement true, the compiler will go inside the inner while statement and execute this line of code. Here now we will come to do multiply. We will do the math. We will do the process. See out I, which is represent 1 now, multiply j. I, it will remain 1 until the compiler finish the loop inside the inner while loop. Okay? Until the compiler finishing or until the condition of the inner while loop become false, the compiler will go do new line and I++. But while the inner while loop condition is still true, the I, it will remain 1. How? I'll explain to you now. Here we said while j less than 12, go inside the inner while loop and print for me this line of code. 1, which I represent number 1. Multiply j, j also represent number 1. So 1 multiply 1, give me 1, the compiler will print 1. And slash t for 4 spaces. And get back again j++. We're still inside the inner while loop, let go of it. J already represent 2, so the compiler get back into inner while loop condition. J less than 12, 2 less than 12, true, so go print for me again the same line of code. I multiply j. 1, I still will not increase it. Still it doesn't go out of the inner while loop. For that, I, it will remain 1. So 1 multiply j, which means 1 multiply 2. Why is j already 2? Because we increased it here inside the inner while loop, j++. So 1 multiply 2, it will give me 2. And so on until the inner while loop conditions become false. The compiler will go do new line here, see out less than end line, and increase the I by 1. I already represent 2. The compiler will get back to outer while loop. While I less than or equal 12, I already represent 2. 2 less than 12, yes, go inside the outer for loop and execute for me this line of code, see out space and print I is already represent number 2 and get separator, check if the I value contains from 2 digits or 1 digit to bring for me the more mark equally and /t, which is give me 4 spaces after that. And get back again to the inner while loop. J less than or equal 12, yes, because J still represents number 1. So go inside the inner while loop and print for me this line of code. See out I here already represent 2. We increased it already. Once we go out from the inner while loop a minute ago, compiler increase I by 1. So when we get back again to the inner while loop, I already represent 2, and it will remain 2 until the inner while loop condition become false, which means we will print 2 multiply 1 is give me 2, 2 multiply 2 it give me 4, 2 multiply 3 it give me 6, and so on until the inner while loop become false. The compiler get back to increase the I by 1. I already represent 3, and now we will print the multiplication table of number 3. So that's how we print the multiplication table from 1 to 12. And in the end, here in the main function, we just call display multiplication table, which is this last procedure that we were explaining inside the logic how to print the rest of the table. So that was the problem of today. Problem number 4, write a program to display the multiplication table from 1 to 12. Let's do run for the last time to see how it's look like. Perfect. Once we did run, the compiler display for me this multiplication table from 1 to 12, the header from 1 to 12, and this line of dashes, and the first column, and the more mark, spread the first column from the second column, and after that print for me the rest of the columns that belong to each number. This is the multiplication table of number 1, this is the multiplication table of number 3, this is the multiplication table of number 10, and this is the multiplication table of number 12. That was the lesson of today. See you next lesson. Ciao.